Hi, my name is Michael Larson. I have kind of lost track of what parenting tips video number this is. I think this is number 16 in my official series. I've released lots of other videos. This video is going to be about emotional regulation and about how behavior is not random. And I've done some similar videos, so feel free to check those out if you find this useful. So what I mean by that is, I don't want to get into a great debate about, yes, there's mental health situations, there's certain situations where individuals' brains are wired differently than others. So, but my general feeling after working with hundreds of kids and parenting lots of children as well through the fostering system and my own children, I believe thoroughly that behavior is not random. Beneath every behavior, there is a root cause. So if you're seeing things as such as not listening, back talking, struggles over technology, over eating, over staying up too late, following expectations, sibling problems, the list goes on of these behaviors we see. In my experience, if you're able to provide a safe place with your children, you can uncover the reasons beneath these behaviors. And quite often, what's beneath them is your child is not feeling that their needs are being met. And that maybe not isn't always on you. It could be a variety of reasons. But let's look at your child as having kind of two cups. We have a cup where we need to be filled up with positive attention to make sure that we feel loved, that we're cared for, that we're important, that we're valued. They have another cup inside them where that's like their power cup, where they feel like they have free will. They feel like they get to have their own way. Sometimes they feel like they get their own choice in things that they feel like they can contribute to the home, to the family, to the relationship. Because can you imagine, think back to being a kid and just to feel how powerless you feel, being told when to get up, when to brush your teeth, when to do this, when to do that. You're doing that wrong, you're doing this. That makes you feel powerless, and often you're going to fight for that power. We all have free will. We all want to feel like we are loved. We all want to feel like we have our own choice in things. So if you're seeing behaviors, quite often beneath those behaviors, you got to look at which of these buckets isn't full in your child. And how you do that is you ask questions. You ask open-ended questions of, well, why did you do that? What were you feeling when you did that? I'm going to guess this is why you did it. And you say you're a guess, but I could be wrong. Let me know. So when you ask these questions, you're not doing it when your child is in the emotional moment, when they're in their little brain, when they're in their stress response of fight, flight, or freeze, when they're having their tantrum or their emotional meltdown. That's not when you ask these questions. You ask these questions when that moment is over with and your child is in a safe, kind of calm manner. Then you ask these debriefing questions to figure out what was beneath that behavior, because you as the parent, it's your job to teach your child how to handle their emotions. And what I mean by that is when your child is born, from an infant all the way up, you are teaching them how to regulate. We're not born with the ability to regulate ourselves, to self-regulate. So we learn that through co-regulation with our mother or our father or whoever the caregiver is. So we learned to co-regulate. So look at it as this way. I honestly believe that it's our child's job to kind of lose their minds, to have tantrums. That's what we're wired to do, to try to figure out how to make our way through the world. It's our job as the parent to teach them how to regulate. We do that through co-regulation. We do that through eye contact. We do that through touch, hand holding, through hugs, through maybe a rub on the back or a tap on the leg, through showing them verbally and non-verbally we're there for them. We got them. We can help them co-regulate. If we teach them how to co-regulate, they will learn to self-regulate. And what this all comes down to is emotional regulation. So if you are someone who doesn't know what I'm talking about in terms of fight, flight, or freeze, or in terms of how your brain has a small part that contains your stress response, and then you have a frontal cortex that is for reasoning, I would encourage you to do some research, look into these theories, because everything I've done working with kids and parenting is based off the idea that no child chooses to do something that is bad. They don't want to choose to hurt their parent. What's happening is that they're becoming and feeling emotionally overwhelmed. They're not regulated. it is our job as the parent to regulate our children, as I was saying.